want you to know one thing, Mr. Cox. I don't hold you any grudge, despite what's happened. As far as I'm concerned, you're still a bloody good solicitor.
That's very nice of you, Cyril. I wish more of my clients had your attitude.
I was proud of you in court, Mr. Cox. You fought like a tiger. It wasn't your fault the judge was prejudiced. Anyway, Mr. Cox, I just want you to know I shall not be changing my solicitor. In my book, you're still the tops.
Thank you, Cyril. Thank you. Well, it was very nice of you to come and visit me, Cyril.
Oh, it wasn't just a personal visit, Mr. Cox. I want you to pursue that civil action for me.
Hey, look, Cyril, I hardly know where to begin. In the first place, it's not going to be easy to prove that Elton John got that hair transplant intended for you.
You can do it, Mr. Cox.
You'd be better off with another solicitor, Cyril.
But I like you, Mr. Cox. Think about it. I'll come and see you again.
Hey, Luke, Cyril, I was hoping for a bit of a rest while I've been here.
Hiya, Mr. Cox, how you diddling? Oops, no offence, like.
Have you been visiting somebody too, Wesley?
Yeah, that's right. Just been having a session with me accountant. Nick?
Could happen to anybody, Wes. Bit of bad luck, that's all.
Yeah, but when it happens twice, you have to ask yourself where you're going wrong.
Mr. Cox hasn't been done twice, Wes. This is the first time he's ever been caught.
Not him, you pillock. Us. We're the ones that have been done twice. First the accountant and now the solicitor.
It wasn't us they fiddled. They've always been dead straight with us. They've never had their fingers in our money.
Well, they never had the chance, have they? Because we never paid them. And if you remember, Cyril, each of them stood there in the court swearing blind they was only dipping in the till because they'd been let down by bad-paying clients.
Yes, but they never mentioned us by name, did they? And since they've had that loyalty to us, I reckon we should stick by them.
Cyril, I've tried to be patient. I've even tried to be tactful. But the time has come for facing facts.
What sorts of facts, Wes?
Unpleasant facts, Cyril. Facts about yourself. Look, it is just a waste of time and money having Mr. Cox or anybody else sue that wig maker.
Hair consultants.
Cyril.
He took good money off me. And instead of spending that money on warranted, top-quality Norwegian hair, as promised, he spent it on Elton John.
He only says he spent it on Elton John. I mean, even if you get the case into court, he's only got to call Elton John in as a witness, get him to take his hat off, and bang, your case is shot to pieces.
Yeah, you might be right. A lot of women like a man whose hair is not over thick at the temples. Anyway, I've thought of something better to spend the money on. Look at this advert out of the stage. Look. Cosmetic surgery, nose refinement, breast improvement, facelifts.
Cyril, Glennis is the way God made her.
Not for Glennis, for me. It's the nose, Wes. That's what's been holding me back. That's why the BBC never replied when I sent them my photo.
You do not need a nose job, Cyril.
You're prejudiced because you're my brother. You like me nose.
Oh, don't. I think it's one of the worst oozes I've ever seen. But if a bloke has talent, Cyril, his nose has got nothing to do with it. Look at Barry Manilow. Now, he hasn't had a nose job, has he?
He could have had. You're not telling me that nose is natural.
I'm not talking about your appearance, Cyril. Look, take Charles Aznavour. I mean, he's only 4'2", but it hasn't stopped him, has it?
Because he's perfect for the small screen, that's fine.
Cyril, I'm talking to you for your own good. Because you're my brother. You've been around a long time. You're no chicken. And if you're not getting anywhere by now...
What are you talking about, Wes? I've got talent. All I need is the breaks, some good arrangements, a fair crack of a whip on the airwaves, a few plays for your record. When I've made it.
Cyril, I've got to say this. You're deluding yourself.
What? I'm deluding myself? Me? It's not me keeps writing to the Pope, mate. All those famous people you keep pestering with your letters.
Pestering? Pestering? They're writing to me from all over. No one makes them reply, you know.
The Duke of Edinburgh never replied, did he? Prince Rainier of Monaco never replied. King Faisal of Saudi Arabia, Paul McCartney, Brian Clough.
Post office. Steaming open a lot of letters these days.
And when they do reply, they're just being polite, that's all.
Now there I can prove you wrong. Read that.
Dear Mr. McGregor, for the last time, stop wasting my time with this drivel. Yours, Fidel Castro.
Now, you see, you can't just say he's being polite now, can you?
You are wasting a good £4 a week on stamps. We could spend that money sensibly. We could do a significantly bigger perm at our pools, Coopin.
And these people, Cyril, they value my friendship. They like to consult me.
What do you mean, consult you?
They seek my opinion. Take that bloke who does all the heart transplant operations down at Papworth. He said he's going to consult me in future about the hemorrhaging. Now, that means bleeding. You see, because in these operations, they have like...
I know what it means, Wesley. And you are deluding yourself. What that bloke said was, when he wants any more of your bleeding advice, he'll ask for it.
In all the years I've been engaged to Cyril, Mrs. McGregor, all them 6 long years, I've never known him and Wesley fall out like this.
Is it 6 years, Glenys? Why doesn't time go quick when you're enjoying yourself?
Like I say, it's the first real rupture I've ever known them of.
Rupture? I was Cyril. I've told you before, Glenys, you shouldn't let him indulge himself. I think more of you, you know, if you're awkward.
No, Cyril hasn't got a rupture. Though come to think of it. No, I'm talking about this fallout between him and Wes.
Oh, they had a lot of fallouts when they was kids. Over clothes, mostly. They had to share, you see. I remember one time they had this lovely raincoat that Michael Heseltine's mother gave me.
Michael Heseltine? In with the long blonde hair in the government. He doesn't come from round here, does he?
Oh, yeah. His dad was a navigation officer on the Birkenhead ferry for years. It's a very good job, that. Now, Michael, he was always a little dandy. Always used to put a tie on when they sent him for the chips. Anyway, his mother gave me this raincoat. Oh, beautiful it was. It had one of them shot silk linings. One way you looked at it was red, and the other way it was green.
And they both wanted to wear it, I suppose.
Oh, they both did wear it turn and turn about. Only Cyril would wear it inside out, like people to see the lining. Anyway, we stood at the football one Saturday in the pouring rain. Wesley, next day, caught pneumonia on his way to Sunday school. And then again, Cyril always used to moan about the shoes being passed on.
Why should Cyril moan? I mean, he's the eldest, isn't he?
Oh, yeah, of course he is, but Wes, even though he's 2 years younger, he always had bigger feet than our Cyril. Yeah, bigger than our Cyril in all respects.
Yeah, Cyril is small-made.
But there you go, Glenys. There's always somebody worse off than yourself. I mean, look at Snow White with all them dwarfs to contend with. You're never going out tonight, are you, Wesley? It's your night for writing the Queen, isn't it?
I've no time for me correspondence tonight, ma'am. I'm going down to Blue Cockatoo. Do you want a lift, Glenys?
I always wait for Cyril and go down with him.
Please yourself, but you don't want to be late. I'm singing tonight.
But Wes! I'll go with him. I'll try and reason with him.
Now, this is what I call a letter.
Well, I hope it's better than the letter you sent to Miss Kelly at All the Infants. Dear Miss Kelly, Cyril will be off school tomorrow with earache. Signed, me man.
Never mind that. This is to President Reagan. Dear Ronnie, just a line from one showbiz star of the present to a golden oldie of yesteryear. Knowing how much you must miss the business. Me and our Wes was watching one of your old films on telly the other night, a western, and our Wes said you couldn't act as good as your horse could. I stuck up for you. I said you could. How about that, eh? Shows no particular talent is required to be a pen friend of the great and famous.
It's no good expecting our Wes to answer you. He's gone down the club. Singing.
And don't think I'll regret the cost of the postage stamp neither, because... Is what?
I don't know how you can do this to your own brother.
Cyril asked for it, Glenys. He said I was deluding myself, and it's him. I'm going to show him that anyone can sing just as good as him.
Ladies of Spain, guys and girls, and going by that rendition, what a right old bag she must have been. Now, once again, we're able to offer you a great new sensation here at Blue Cockatoo.
It's my announcement.
Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we are introducing a tasty new chicken and onion pie to extend the great range of our meat and potato, and steak and kidney. And to put you in a masticatory mood, a new singing star. The velvet voice of a man who makes Johnny Mathis look dog rough. I give you... Oh, and incidentally, ladies and gentlemen, Faye behind the bar there is signalling to me that the pies are red hot. The sepia sensation, Wesley, warble voice, McGregor.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Maestro.
I don't know how you can do this, Mr. Stanley. You're going to break Cyril's heart.
Look, Glenys, Wesley is right. Cyril is deluding himself. He'll never be a singing star, never in this world.
You don't know that. Stranger things have happened.
True, true. But Donny Osmond had a nice personality, didn't he? Which is more than you can say about Cyril.
Just tell me one thing. Why did you let Wesley sing?
I had to. He knows about the 3 sets of account books.
You mean the 2 sets, don't you?
Oh, give over, Glenys. Everybody knows about the 2 sets.
Mr. Stanley, I don't believe this. I'm staggered, as my solicitor, Mr. Cox, will be, when I instruct him in action for breach of contract against the man I thought was not just my employer, but my friend.
Cyril, I employ you as a bouncer stroke singer, right? Well, as you're not good at it, I have to have another bouncer, Nigel here. And for the same reason, I'm entitled to have another singer.
You can't call our Wesley a singer. Glynis, what's the matter with you?
Not bad, really, is it?
Glynis! My heart is broke, Nige, but what care I? I'll join the Legion, that's what I'll do. Bet you could use a good singer at the Legion. Annie Hale's not bad.
Now, look, Cyril, I've got the feeling your words won't shift many pies. In which case, I'll still be using you as a singer. But, until further notice, you are a bouncer only.
Oh, just a bouncer, am I? So be it. Right, Nige. Anybody gives any trouble tonight, he's mine. All right. However big he is, I pity him.
Thank you. Love you. Thank you. Thank you.
Out, you! Out! We want none of that in here! Born troublemaker.
What did you do?
He was clapping.
You want me to sue your own brother? But I would like to remind you that a Crown Court judge said that I had to be separated from human society for 12 months. Now, human society, stretching a point, includes you and your brother Wesley as far as I'm concerned.
Don't be diffident, Mr. Cox. In my book, you're only in here through devotion to duty. Overzealousness in defence of the pathetic human flotsam that make up your clientele. Present company accepted.
Cyril, I am going to ask you not to visit me again. And you can tell your brother Wesley.
You can tell him yourself. He's in the next cubicle with the accountants.
Hiya, Mr. Cox. I'll be with you in a minute. In the meantime, take no instructions from our Cyril. I want you to get an injunction from me against him using my address book. You're not telling me our Cyril can claim a diamante waistcoat as tools of the trade and put it through the garage books?
If you could have a claim mapped out by next week, Mr. Cox. In the meantime, I will get sworn statements from club members who have witnessed our Wesley doing the sensuous pelvic rotation that has long been my trademark.
Cyril's really upset, you know. He was saying last night he's so upset, he just can't think straight about our wedding day.
If only Wes would apologise. But he's too proud. He's like his father there. I'm pretty sure that's why he never turned up at the registry office, you know.
You told me you thought he must have lost his memory.
Oh, well, partly that as well. You see, I think he, forgot how to get to the registry office, and he was too proud to ask for directions. He was like that. He'll be out there now somewhere, still looking for me.
Yeah, well, anyway, Mrs. McGregor, about Cyril and Wes, I mean, they just don't listen to anything we say.
There's only just so much a mother can do, you know, Glenys. If only the fathers were here. I wouldn't care, only there aren't any uncles I can call on just at present.
Who is that they both take notice of?
Well, there'd have to be somebody that Wesley respects as a businessman and Cyril respects as a singer.
Yeah, well, the only one I can think of that fits that, it's Paul McCartney. And he comes from round here, doesn't he?
Paul McCartney? From round here? No, love, he comes from round Sussex, or that way,
Disgraced solicitor in daring jailbreak. God, it's Mr. Cox. Glenys, Mr. Cox went over the wall this morning. Only in for a one, and he'd have been out in a couple of months. He must have been desperate.
Cyril never said anything about Mr. Cox being desperate, and he's been visiting him a lot.
Oh, that explains it.
And it's not just your actual singing that's rotten. You don't know how to move about the stage.
I don't have to move. The audience don't throw pies at me.
That happens to be a form of audience appreciation, that pie throwing. A form of mass hysteria. Some audiences throw flowers, some throw sweets, some girls even throw their bras. Isn't that right, Lynn?
So you say. Tried to persuade me to throw my undergarments at him while he was on stage.
Well, he asked it for days at home. I don't know why he got cold feet.
It wasn't me feet that got cold.
The point is, audiences throw things at you if they like you. Here, at the Blue Cockatoo, they throw pies.
Cyril's right. It's pie sales that pay the singers' wages.
Well, audiences like me as well, Mr. Stanley. I mean, someone was clapping dead loud last night.
That was Faye, that loud clapping.
Well, Faye's a fan of mine, is she?
I've no idea. She was clapping last night to shift a big cockroach off the pies.
You've never had clapping like I've had clapping. What about that time at the Birkenhead Paraplegic Sports Day Opportunity Knox concert?
Oh, yeah? That time you sang I Believe sitting in that wheelchair?
Right. The needle went right off the end of the old clapometer.
And why? Because I had my finger on the doings at the back.
What?
You didn't know that, did you, eh? But that little triumph of yours was owed to me. And another thing, that wheelchair you used in the act, you'd have never got it off that woman patient if I hadn't have helped you.
Oh, sad about Wesley and Cyril. Pathetic, really. You see, Glenys, people like them need illusions. It helps to make life supportable for them.
Yeah, Dolly's like that, you know. She's convinced Wes's dad'll come walking through the door one day. Do you have any illusions, Mr. Stanley?
Me? Of course not. I don't need illusions, because I'm successful. I've got the North's most fashionable nightclub. Well, I'll just have a wander round the table, see if there's any royalty in tonight.
Well, boys, I brought your customer.
Customer?
Yeah, this is Mr. Ho.
Hi.
He's a friend of mine from the calf, and he wants to buy a car for his son-in-law, see? Wants to set him up as a minicab driver. I said, come and meet my boys. They'll see you right if you're a friend of mine.
Ancient Chinese proverb tells us, in motor trade, is no friendship.
Oh, that might have been true in ancient China, Mr. Ho, but these lads of mine, they're very frank and very honest.
Mr. Ho, you are in luck. A nun had this car from you.
Yeah, she took it to Lord's, hoping for a new set of tyres. As you can see, she was unlucky. Them tyres make Kojak look hairy.
The body look, Mr. Ho, is Coach Bill. A real gem. It comes with our personal recommendation.
I'd think twice about it if I was you, Mr. Ho.
My brother has just demonstrated a unique safety feature on this model, Mr. You see, in the event of a collision, the bumper is self-detaching.
Do yourself a favour, Mr. Ho. Just cast your eyes over this Hornet here.
He wants a minicab for his son-in-law. Now, this Hornet is what we in the trade would call the ideal car for the wife. It'll take her there, but she'll be lucky if it brings her back.
My brother likes a joke, Mr. Ho, as you can see from the cars he buys. Now, this Hornet was owned from you by a titled lady in Southport. Unluckily for her, but luckily for you. She was struck down by Tonkinson's disease the day after she drove us home and has been sat in her garage ever since.
It's fallen to bits.
My brother has just demonstrated an attractive extra on this convertible model, Mr. Ho. In summer, the doors may easily be removed for additional ventilation. In the trade, we know this as the Sunshine Special.
The doors are firmly fixed on the imp, Mr. Ho.
Let me test the suspension for you, Mr. Ho. Every car has the odd defect, Mr. Ho.
Including the Hornet. We wouldn't want you to have anything but the best, Mr. Ho.
I told you they was frank and honest, didn't I, Mr. Ho? Never seen an exhibition like it. In front of Mr. Hosewell.
Well, in my opinion, he was just a time waster. He'd have only messed us about wanting logbooks and so on.
Oh, it was wicked, Glenys. They smashed up 2 cars. 2 cars completely wrecked.
Yes, Cyril. Do you realise what that outbears the temper has cost us?
Yeah, I know. Nearly 60 quid up the spout.
Let's be for you, Wesley. Postmark Mulligan Tyre.
Mulligan Tyre? Who do I know there?
Who's it from, Wes?
From Paul McCartney.
Finally replied, did he? But he said get stuffed.
Dear Wes, sorry about the delay in replying. Only one thing and another has kept me on the go. Your advice on those House of Fraser shares turned out to be red hot. Thanks a million. Anytime you have tips like that, I will be deeply grateful.
You're making this up.
See for yourself.
Blimey. That must be a forgery.
What else does Paul say?
By the way, I was in Liverpool, in Patago, a couple of weeks back. In Patago.
You know, it means like in disguise.
Oh, he must mean incognito.
Yeah. Anyway, a couple of weeks back, and I caught your brother Cyril's act in the Blue Cockatoo Club. What an artist Cyril is.
No, it's not a forgery.
Anyway, all the best to you and Cyril in your chosen orbits. You, Wesley, as a tycoon of tomorrow. Cyril as our next true superstar. Must close now, as it has been a hard day's night. Paul.
Writes a nice letter, doesn't he?
Wes, I scoffed at your far-flung correspondence. Look, I am man enough to say, mea culpa.
No, Cyril. I provoked you. I mischievously criticised your singing. Stupid of me when you consider the verdict of a man like Paul, who, though a friend, is an honest critic and shrewd judge.
The finest. And he also knows a commercial genius when he gets a letter from one.
Can I read the letter, Wes?
I'll leave the singing to you from now on, Cyril.
Ditto the letter item, Wes.
Glad you two are friends again.
Oh, the tiff of talents, Glynis, the bickerings of brilliance.
Hey, Wes, you've missed a P.S. here.
Oh, yeah? Read it to us, ma'am.
P.S. By the way, Linda thinks it is high time Cyril married Glenys.
Oh, Glynis!
You know what your trouble is, don't you?
Yeah. My trouble is I keep deluding myself.